Reason number 2, you get better customers. You get better customers. Less customer support, $10 buyer versus $1,000 buyers. Big difference. Big difference. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I was attending a lot of workshops, and nowadays I don't attend as many workshops, but I was attending a lot of workshops and noticed the people who go to do these conferences or workshops, and there are different workshops. Workshops that cost a few $100s. The workshop costs thousands or $10,000. I noticed the people who go to these cheap conferences, a couple $100, they're the ones that bitch the most. I noticed this from the audience. The one they pay $100 for a 2-day ticket to a conference. They're complaining, "Where's my lunch? How come there's no coffee? Or how come there's coffee but no tea? Where's my dessert?" It's hilarious. And then when I go to these like high-end conferences, mastermind, that's the last thing on their mind. It's like, if we have water, we're good. Because they're not there for that. They're taking notes. They're more invested. Imagine this, that you go to a conference, whatever conference you go to, if you invest more money, your mind suddenly, it's not, well, it's $100, what's the big deal? But if you pay $10,000 to go to a conference, what would you do? What would you do? You'll be paying attention. You'll be asking questions. You'll be like, where's the value? I want to get the most out of it, right? You'll be networking. You'll be talking to people because you want to find value. And because of that, that makes you a better customer. Because you have a positive expectation. Because you invest that money and say, you know, how do I get more out of it? It's like there's a big difference. You know, sometimes Meetup, a couple months ago, we had someone here, and they pay the $20, and they was complaining about, oh, you at the door, you got to pay $30, right? And then, you know, my staff is dealing with that person, and I just overheard the conversation, and I said, afterwards, right, I got an email. So, oh, this, you know, I don't know, I can't pay online, man. I don't know how to pay online. I can't find a button and shit like that. I can't see it. I just can't see it. Well, you got to use the desktop. Man, I mean, you should be mobile friendly. I said, quit bitching. Quit bitching, man. It's $20 fucking. I mean, I'll pay you the $20 and I'll never, ever, ever sell you anything for the rest of my damn life. Seriously. Those customers, it's crazy. Like, guess what? My partners, my clients who pay me the most amount of money, I don't ever get that shit from them. Never. Ever. They're just happy. I even get on the phone with them. Different in price. Different in price. It's like, is there a difference between a Audi R8 buyer and a Honda Civic buyer? You better believe it. You better believe it. I have a friend of mine who owns one of those car service business, right? Like oil change and all that stuff. Yeah, the customers who give him the most amount of trouble and grief, cheap car. Honda, what is it? Hyundai. I mean, they come and say, oh man, this oil change is so expensive. You know, does it include this? What about this? Oh my God, and can you do 10 if I pay you? It's just, the guys who drive Porsche and stuff like that, how much oil change? No problem. It just doesn't matter. You need to do that, no problem. You want to do this, it doesn't matter. It's not, I just put on my credit card. So, better customers. Also, value your own expertise, going back to $100 versus $10,000 seminars. So, think of in terms of what you are offering. If you could offer it at a higher price, how you might get fewer customers, but they would be better customers. How would that affect the way you run your business? Okay? How would that affect the way you run your business? Not having to deal with these cheap buyers. Okay? There's a difference between an R8 and a Honda Civic. Believe me. There's me. I had that car, I just sold that car last year. But when I had that car, I would go into, because I always love Audi. So I had the Audi Q5, and then Audi Q5, and then Audi R8. one of the things which I think is brilliant that they do at Audi dealership, when I drive my car or I go to get service, they tell you, well, you know what, to do an oil change for your R8, we need a specialist. We have only one technician that could do that. Okay, so what does that mean? Oh, but he charges 3 times more per hour than everybody else. I said, shit. And he was like, okay. And then we use this special oil that only is designed for your car. Well, that's a load of bullshit, right? but it's like, shit, do I take the risk of using some other cheap oil for my car? If something goes wrong, I gotta fix it. Or it's like, do I just buy the bullet and pay? You see what I'm talking about? So is that. It's like, because I've invested in this item, this luxury item, everything else. I'm telling you, the oil change, I had a needle on my car, a needle on the tire, $1,000. What the fuck is that? $1,000. It's ridiculous. It's a total ripped off, but I pay for it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?